distant, a little bit further back. If they get Temp and Dashy going though, this could be an upset.
Str8 Rippen, an up-and-coming squad, two 18-year-olds. It's their first ever champs. Keep your eyes on Temp, keep your eyes on Dashy. These are the two rock stars on the squad. But you have to keep in mind, FaZe Clan, out of all of their tournaments, they finished top 3 4 times. The bad news for FaZe, though, this is your worst hardpoint map, and coming up next, you have your worst SnD out of all the game modes.
Yeah, I mean, since the trade, they have not won this retaliation hardpoint, but it's only in 3 games, right? And with the players that they have, you expect them to be extremely good at it. But the one thing that we've seen is Gunless stays with the NV4 in this map for a little bit too long. You really like to see him with the K-bar or the E-Rad in his hand.
Starting things off, it's FaZe winning the opening battles. Gunless on a 2 streak, Attach on a 2 of his own, looking for a 3rd, but it is Str8 Rippen up top scoring. Now, when we're talking about retaliation, Matt, and of course this is our first hard point, we should break down just how the game works. This is basically going to be a control point on the level. Every 60 seconds, it's going to be moving, and our players, they need to rotate, they need to set themselves up to get some nice spawns. And you see Temp, he's constantly putting FaZe on respawn, a 4 streak of his own. He's working on those score streaks in the bottom right.
And you gotta love Temp, man. I mean, this is his first champs. You know, last year he's sitting on the sideline and watching everybody come, showing up here in a big way. As you know, if he earns these score streaks, Chris, they're gonna be so important as we go over to Cathedral, and there it is. It's gonna be the Trinity Rocket looking for one more on top plat. He's gonna be able to wallbang him there as he takes out Gunless. Is now Temp with these full streaks, Str8 with a big lead here. Now you go to Cathedral, you're able to use some of these streaks, you get that hill as well, you go to Broken. Could not look good for FaZe here in map number 1.
I have to tell you, man, this is just a whole new atmosphere, a whole new setting. We did 10 weekends in Columbus, Ohio, but we're here in Orlando, and this crowd is getting fired up. Game number 1, Str8 Rippen is in control, 71 and counting to just 13 points, and it's because of this man. Temp has not been shut down since our opening hardpoint.
He's dominated with the NV4, and you see Enable on the other side, 1 and 5. You know, sitting down there with Zuma. I think Zuma, he's been very consistent throughout the weekend thus far, but no, it's really the NV4 players for FaZe Clan. I mean, look, you know, Clay's off the roster. Enable wanted to be the main NV4. These are maps where you need to play like a main NV4. You need to show up. Losing a lot of these battles.
The only way to kill Temp is apparently with a punch. That's what Gunless just accomplished, and FaZe is inside the Cathedral scoring. There's still 40 points remaining, but Temp, he's calling in the big boy toys. The rocket's falling from this guy. He misses the first, the second is gonna land, and this 3rd should finish it. So Gunless is out of the hill. FaZe is no longer scoring. Ricky's gonna rotate back here for the final 30 seconds, and keep your eyes on those red arrows. Is Enable and FaZe going to challenge, or will they just give it up and go to Broken? It looks like they want to fight for that hill.
Yeah, and it was such a smart play by Temp to use the streaks and then rotate. He's not able to pick up any of the kills, but Dashy, though, from behind, able to take out Zuma and Gunless. We talked about this dynamic duo with Dashy and Temp. Temp loses the gunfight. Dashy picks up both players from FaZe, rotating across the map, and it'll be Str8 Rippen in control of Broken at the start.
Temp 9 and 3. Dashy also positive at 6 and 5, and you got the veterans Ricky and Study at 5 and 5 each. So far, Str8 Rippen is winning the slaying battle, and I think that has to be the most shocking part about this first rotation. Who's going to be the first man to heat up for FaZe Clan? Because you have Zuma, he's in the hole deep, -7. Enable, -4. Attach and Gunless, they're trying to carry the weight, but they can't do it alone.
And you're asking a lot for Gunless if you expect him to do that, right? I mean, it's first time on the Champs main stage. He comes in here against a very good Str8 Rippen lineup. You can't expect him, you know, in this type of moment to just kind of carry your way through. I mean, Attach is a former world champion. You know, he's got to be the guy who sets the tone here for FaZe Clan.
What a start here for Str8 Rippen, the underdogs. They had to come through the last chance qualifier. They fall to Fnatic, they get 2nd place, they don't get the easier bracket. They have to match up against FaZe, a top 5 team in the game, and they are making a statement, over 100-point lead as we come up on our final hard point on this rotation. Study in a battle for top control, and it's going to be FaZe winning it early. Gunless is inside the hotel, and he starts to score.
Well, look, Str8 Rippen is the underdog coming into this series. I think everyone would kind of predict that. But when you have Temp and Dashy, 2 players that are that good, I mean, all you need for them is to heat up, and you have a good chance. And you have Study, a guy who plays with a ton of emotion here on the main stage in front of a crowd. You expect him to really get fired up, and then Str8 Rippen can kind of snowball this game in their favor, like you're seeing them do in map number 1. And Enable and Zuma, Chris, through the the first rotation of hills, and you got 2 kills for Zuma, 4 for Enable here. you got to have them pick it up here in the second half.
5 minutes, 6 kills. That is not the performance you expected from these guys. They are MVP caliber performers at times throughout their Call of Duty career. This is a terrible start to the biggest day so far here at 2017 COD Champs. Enable, though, keep your eyes on this man. Even if he's not picking up the kills, he is the in-game leader. He's the shot caller, and he never lets his personal performance affect those calls.
Yeah, and it's really odd to see Zuma having this rough of a go. I mean, he has been so consistent throughout the weekend for him as misses a few shots, trying to get back in the hard point. But, I mean, he's a 1.35 in hard point, a 1.05 in search, and then a 1.03 in uplink. So he has been very good throughout the weekend. An uncharacteristic game in map number 1 thus far for Zuma.
And those, of course, are the KDs, the kills divided by the deaths. Always more kills than deaths is what you expect to see from Zuma. Negative 13. Not good numbers to open this one up. So after our first full rotation, 172 to 89, we're back to the bridge. This is where Str8 Rippen built the lead on the back of Temp. Temp slowing down a little bit, but Dashy is heating up. Dashy's already got his payload in that top right. Also keep your eyes on Temp's payload. He's about to unlock it.
It'll be a 2-piece there for Enable, but he's going to be forced to rotate. Only 10 seconds left here on the bridge. The next Cathedral Hill is going to be so important for FaZe. If they lose it, they're probably going to lose map number 1 as see Enable trying to work through the hotel hallway. They need to play for the lower street as well. They don't have the luxury of giving up a lot of this time to Str8 Rippen and then rotating early. They have to play for this lower street. And if you see on the left-hand side of your minimap, it is FaZe Clan controlling those spawns for Cathedral. So I think the story here is, can Str8 Rippen get back to the hill? If not, they can't give themselves not enough time to rotate early.
They were down more than 110 points. Now you see FaZe Clan mounting the comeback, but Str8 is just 60 points away from victory. I feel like the comeback has started on the back of Enable. He was on a 5 streak. He's right back in this game. Gunless, though, is going off. The man is positive 8, only has 13 deaths. One of them was a team nade. Gunless, he is red hot. You need at least 2 more teammates to catch up to him.
So FaZe is going to give up the last 15 or so seconds here to Str8 Rippen. If Str8 Rippen can break in, this would be huge. That's a big gunfight win there from Dashy. Now here's going to be more streaks coming in from Temp. He has the active camo as well. Str8 Rippen with a ton of utility to break in here. It'll be Temp with 1. Trying to pick up a second one. He's going to be able to take a Tatch out in the market. You see the pinch coming in from Str8. They're going to be able to break this, get into Cathedral.
Keep your eyes on Temp. He's got that camo if things go sour for Str8 Rippen, but so far they have a perfect setup on Cathedral. They need just 20 points. And Matt, we could see the game end right here. Zuma is 3 and 22. When we went to his screen, he was tweaking. He wasn't able to hit his shots. He is all over the place. I don't know, is this a controller issue? Is this a mental issue? Clearly he was here early enough to warm up. Things are going terrible for FaZe Clan as Str8 Rippen crushes game number 1.
And you see the guys from Str8, they're fired up, they're laughing. Temp has talked more trash this weekend than he has played games, just about. Even when he's not in the game, he's standing behind other players just talking trash. I'm sure he's letting his teammates know what he thinks of FaZe right now, and you see FaZe, they're just clearly not in sync with each other here.
Zuma has had hand issues in the past, and you see him at the end of the desk there for FaZe Clan, trying to sort out what is going wrong. That is the most off game I have seen from him in his career so far. As this tournament goes on, expect him to fix it, but there is a clear issue going on.
You'll never see a game like that from Zuma again. This guy has been very consistent throughout the weekend. You will not see another game like that. That is a once in a lifetime poor performance there from Zuma in map number 1. I think you're definitely going to see him turn it around.
Now, FaZe Clan, of course, they made the controversial move. You had so much success with Clayster. You get 3rd place in Vegas. You get 2nd place at Paris, 3rd place at Dallas, 3rd place in Stage 1 of the Global Pro League. But then you kick Clay off the team. Yep. You bring in Gunless, and I feel like Gunless showed you why he was such a highly sought-after free agent in that first game.
I mean, anytime you have an opportunity to get like a top 3 player in the game, you make the move, and then you just figure it out from there. So I think, look, you add Gunless, there's some things they need to work on with this roster. Not enough time to work on it, obviously, at the big show here. But I think, Gunless is a fantastic player. He is a player that if you have the opportunity to get him, I think any other team would have made that move, outside of Optic Gaming. I think that roster is just completely stacked and set. So, I can't really fault FaZe Clan for making that move. They're making it work. You know, they've been playing very well lately. They just lose game number 1 in a big way to Str8 Rippen. And it's the scary part about this Str8 Rippen lineup. When you have Temp and Dashy and those two guys are that good, all you need Std and Ricky to do is not hurt you. Don't have a double net game. Don't give up streaks to the other team. If they play even, consistent, smart, you give yourself a chance to win those games.
That man, he is a mean man. Temp going off, getting streaks in your second hardpoint hill. He just caught fire out of the gates. This is his first ever champs. This is the biggest stage he has ever played on, and he is playing like a 10-year vet.
And he wanted this so bad. You know, he's DM and Maven and I coming in at champs like months ago. He's like, am I eligible to play? I was like, I have no idea. I don't work in League Ops. I just kind of pass him down the chain to everybody. But I know he's somebody who really wanted this opportunity this year, and I think when he gets on this Str8 Rippen team, he knows how good Dashy is. Study's been there before. Ricky's a veteran as well. He knows, like, hey, we can make something happen at this event. I mean, if they were to beat FaZe here in this round 1, who knows how far they can go?
Yeah, you play Rise Nation and Infused, who is currently on Bravo right now. And keep in mind, guys, you can watch both of the matches. Everyone here in the venue has dual screens to watch, but you can open up 2 streams at home, the MLG.tv and MLG.tv/Bravo. But this FaZe clan, I think they were the heavy favorites coming through. If Str8 is able to take down FaZe, then you match up against Rise or Infuse. And Rise, this is a squad that has been up and down all year. They looked amazing like we saw through the group stages, and then they can just crumble at any moment. You have to think Rise is the favorite to be in that second round. But if Str8 gets past FaZe, there is no guessing, I guess, how far this team can go.
Yeah, I mean, right now that Rise and Fuse series is all tied up at 1 game apiece. So Rise won the Hardpoint and Fuse won the SnD. You still favor Rise in that matchup with the way Aqua's been playing this weekend. I mean, he has been lights out, but there's Str8 Rippen, Search and Destroy. This is the one game mode like Joe was talking about in the dash. Study, you don't expect him to do much in the respawns, just can't have him hurt you. But Study and Ricky, very good players in SnD.
Yes.
You've seen the things that Dashy did at the LCQ and Search and Destroy. This is a scary series where FaZe Clan could potentially find themselves down like 0-2, let's say, and then you go over to a game mode like Uplink. You know, it's their second best game mode, but they have not been great so far this weekend.
Now, the scariest part here for FaZe, you're already in the hole 0-1 in a best of 5. Your opponent only needs 3 wins. You have your worst Search and Destroy coming up next. And if you remember back to the LCQ, when Str8 Rippen first kind of broke out onto everyone's radar, Dashy set the league record with 17 kills on this map. He single-handedly outslayed everyone on the opposition. Dashy is going to be my player to watch, and if you let this guy get his payload, expect him to pop it in round 3, round 4, and use it again against you later in the game.
I think if you're FaZe Clan, though, I think you sit on the stage and you just kind of acknowledge, yo, Zuma had a bad game, don't know what was going on up there, but he's not going to have a game like that. If he plays better, you have a fighter's chance in game number 1 with the way Gunless is playing, right? I mean, that game extends a little bit further. Gunless is starting to heat up in the second half. You don't know for sure if that's a Str8 Rippen win. You come in here, you win the search, then you go back to another respawn. You expect Zuma to play better, then you go back to a hardpoint game 4, close it out.
Now, Matt, we didn't get a chance to really hype up the payloads in this game, of course. As you earn scores, you're going to be unlocking a specialist ability. The camo, it is the most devastating when we get to Search and Destroy. Gunless, is he going to be your camo man for FaZe, and who is it going to be running it for Str8 Rippen?
Well, we've seen, I know, FaZe Clan kind of toss it around camo between Gunless and Enable, so we'll see who will be running it. I believe you have Temp running it for Str8 Rippen, as we'll jump in around number 1 here on Crusher, as Dashy's trying to pick up on the bomb site, but that'll be Gunless opening things up with first blood.
Of course, in Search and Destroy, it's only 1 life per round. Each team will take turns attacking the bomb sites, and you see what a rebound after getting demolished in your hard point. You come out, Gunless draws first blood, you pick up all 4 kills. The attacking squad never had a chance of planting that bomb, as FaZe will start things off well. They get a chance to attack here. And my question is, will they keep going to the top of the map over there at B, or will they try and keep it inside at the A bomb site?
Yeah, now Gunless was a beast on E United earlier in the year in Search and Destroy. He's continued that play here for FaZe Clan, 1.39 KD, but that's not even the highest on the team. Attach has really, had a resurgence in the game mode. You see Zuma's gonna get first blood there, taking out Temp. And once you get that first blood, you're able to just trade these kills out, work the man advantages in your favor, and win these rounds with ease.
Ricky on your screen, working with the other SnD veteran in Study. This is their bread and butter, but they have to work it out for them. It's a 2-on-3, and they almost just picked Str8 here with FaZe Clan. Str8 with the sniper out, he is done. Ricky in a 1v3, you have to think this is FaZe going up 2-0.
Without a doubt, and as soon as they see Str8 with the sniper rifle in his hands, they decide to charge him. Knows he has a pistol in his back pocket. That's an easy kill to pick up if you're FaZe. We'll see if Ricky can pick up any kills here, maybe work towards the payload ability, but this really looks like a round that FaZe will take.
And FaZe is currently planting the bomb across the map. So Ricky, he goes inside, checks the A site, not there. Has to rotate to B, and this is trouble. You have an SMG in hand, your opponents have ARs, and they are all set up at range. Even in his first gunfight, he's gonna fall. Attach, all smiles as FaZe is in control, the driver's seat. It's Gunless with the final kill cam.
Yeah, and I think if you're FaZe, you just kind of take this one map at a time, right? We win the search and destroy. We love our chances in Uplink. We've seen Gunless be a superstar in that game mode. You go back to a hard point, Zuma's not going to go forward 22 again. And even if he kind of splits the difference there, you're still in a very good spot. If you're a FaZe clan, it'll be Str8 Rippen though, on offense here, map number 2. We'll see if they can draw any first bloods.
And
first blood the first 2 rounds for the FaZe.
Keep your eyes on Gunless, right? He's been your first blood superstar. He's 4-0 as well. Score streaks in search. It's basically a guaranteed win. Attach draws first blood again, and Gunless is there for his 5th kill, but Temp will stop him short. Temp and Dashy have a chance against Attach and Enable, and as I said, Attach will find Dashy, so it's Temp in a 1 versus 2. He has the bomb, so he can decide where the movement is going to be on the map. FaZe doesn't look like they're going to panic. They're not going to challenge. They're simply going to run together. It's going to be Attach and Enable, hand in hand, watching each other's back, checking every single corner as they maneuver, looking for Temp.
Yeah, if you buddy up here, if you're FaZe clan, you make it very difficult for Temp to clutch this round. 35 seconds left on the clock. He's going to go up towards the bridge, finds one, but it's going to be Enable. Just going to take him out with the NV4 at range. 3 quick rounds in favor of FaZe clan.
See, Zuma's still trying to get loose. His teammate Enable not missing a shot. Attach had his back. Enable knew exactly where Temp was likely to be in that sky bridge. Finds him for the kill. And Str8 Rippen, a squad that I thought was going to be dangerous when it came to search and destroy. I mean, once again, this is FaZe's worst game type when it comes to search. Crusher is not their preferred map when Gunless has been added to this team. They're cruising so far here in game 2.
This is a map, though, that you can just kind of break it down to let's flood bomb sites and try and win gunfights. I mean, it's one where if you go in towards that A bomb site, you get some more ERAD presence. You have Attach and Zuma, 2 of the better players with the weapon in their hand. You can win those rounds, and then you want to go outskirts here. You got Enable. The way he's shooting with the NV4, you like your chances as well. Kills from both sides. Be quickly down to a 2v2 here as Enable. This is such a powerful position. Attach going to come through, pick up 1. It'll set us up for a 1v1 here. Ricky versus Attach. Ricky needs to win this to keep Str8 in the game.
Attach sitting at 4-1. He is a scary man, and he has a scarab if he wants to go scouting. In the 1v1, don't expect that to come out, though. He's going to be looking for the straight-up gunfight. And Ricky, you can just see that blue arrow on the minimap, arrow number 2. He is being very slow, waiting for Attach to come to him. Now Ricky checks the site, knows it's not going to be here at B. As soon as he hears this, he's going to know exactly where Attach is, but Attach is going to be able to have the drop on him. He's going to be able to set up first. It's
a 50-50 play there from Ricky, right? He just kind of plays the percentages, checks one of the site. If Attach is over there towards B, that's an easy kill. They're able to win the round. But now that the bomb is down, he's going to have to trek across the map and give himself about 10 to 15 seconds of good time to look for Attach here. Ricky's going to spot him from behind, able to win the fight. It'll be Str8 Rippen on the board here.
Big round for Rick. This is a guy who's been to so many champs. I believe he's only like 22 years old, but he feels like a veteran. I can't remember a time that I got into casting and he wasn't competing. And Ricky, he's been dropped before. He's been in this situation where he has to rebuild a team. We saw him do this back in AW, had great success to a lot of people's surprise. And he's back now here in IW, winning a big one for Str8 Rippen. Str8's on the board, but you need a little bit more than just one. Let's gain some momentum. Let's make it back-to-back. Who is going to draw first blood? Because that's been the difference maker for FaZe in our first 4 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, when you're getting crushed like this, the hardest round to get on the board is that first one. Now you gain some confidence. You kind of tell yourself, hey, we win this offensive round, we go on the defensive side, then we tie it up. We're right back in the game, and Dashy spots one.
He's gonna have 2 here, Matt.
Just needs to get out with it. He just needs to get out with his life here. Yep, smart play here from Dashy. Picks up 1, going to force FaZe to chase him down. Now he's kind of lost. They don't exactly know where he is.
And look at the minimap. 3 players are all chasing after Dashy. Meanwhile, the rest of Str8 Rippen, they're setting up well over here at B, and Dashy is gonna survive all of that. FaZe never tracked down Dashy. He escapes. Str8 Rippen is gonna have every advantage here at B. The bomb is down. This is their round to lose.
We see Crim6 do that a lot for Optic Gaming when he kind of goes on a solo mission, picks up 1, now falls all the way back, and it's a very good round for Str8 Rippen. They'll kill, enable, and attach there. Zuma, the last one up. The 1v4, bomb is down. It's not looking good for FaZe Clan here. Zuma with 1.
Papa Zuma found his shot back, Matt. Even if they lose the round, it's good to see Zuma back. And it's Dashy who gets it all started. Str8 Rippen now, just 1 round behind, and he is involved in the final kill cam. Big round out of Dashy. The youngster came from a search and destroy background. He had only played tournaments where it was SnD only game modes. He had to learn the respawn, and he has shown you why he was a big pickup for the Str8 Rippen squad.
Well, I remember around Anaheim, people were kind of suspect of Dashy, right? They were like, oh, well, we don't know if he can do this on LAN. We've never seen him go to an event. He was so sick online. And then I remember after Anaheim, everyone was like, yo, he is the real deal. Goes to the LCQ, plays well. He's played quite well here at Champs. As see Study, he's just going to use the sniper to watch the cross. And then he's going to have his teammates go on the flank, because if FaZe plants bomb here and gets all the way towards that back rock, it's going to be very difficult for Str8 Rippen to retake the site.
And Study has to hit this shot. If you're going to pull out a sniper, you have to be efficient with it. You have to be effective. FaZe, those arrows, though, they are not going to peak. Study's never going to have the opportunity. Now you're down a man. Big, big fight there for Ricky. He finds 2. Gunless is going to answer back. It's a 2-on-2 as Study gets picked off on the flank. And this is FaZe, unless Ricky can do it again. Gunless pops the camo to secure it. FaZe investing the payloads to win the round. That got scary for a moment. Ricky started causing problems.
It's not the worst round there for Str8. You lose it. Ricky's able to pick up 3 kills, I believe earn himself a Scarab, and you force Gunless to burn the camo here. See some shots. Ricky would have just, I see Ricky gets tagged with the first and doesn't exactly know where Gunless is coming from. He actually gets behind cover, but then strafes out just a little bit to his left. Gets caught out behind that box.
Shout out to the instant replay followed by the round-ending kill cam. We're going into round number 7, Str8 down 2. FaZe had a massive early lead. It started to crumble, but now they have the momentum back. Dashy looking for a first pick, is looking for a challenger indoors. Meanwhile, that bomb gonna be rotating behind Ricky, who is the scout over at B. You're gonna have attach. First one set up to defend, and he's gonna use the Scarab to scout. He's gonna find people, Matt. Now FaZe knows what's up. Does Str8 react and double back?
Yeah, they double up on the Scarabs there, trying to get a player weak if they're going over to plant the bomb. It'll be Dashy drawing first blood. This time, though, not able to get out with his life. Tim knows he has one weak. Not going to chase the kill. He'll be your bomb carrier. Don't want to drop that bomb down on the FaZe side of the map, and Zuma just guns Study. Study just standing in the middle of the map. It's a big kill there, as now FaZe has this man advantage. They have an idea of where Str8 is going with the bomb as well.
Keep your eyes on Tommy Papa. Zuma 7 and 5, Gunless 8 and 4. The duo so far for FaZe. Enable, he's outgunned in the back, but he gets help from Attach. Nice communication and teamwork coming in. Zuma's gonna get caught out by Ricky, but again, FaZe is there to trade. Attach is gonna pick up your final kills, and now it's FaZe on game point trying to tie up the series at 1-1.
Yeah, and if Tim picks up that first kill, doesn't let Enable get away, you think Ricky then drops down, they're able to take out Attach before he's able to eliminate Tim. And that could have been a round that Str8 would have been able to clutch, which would have been a huge round. You would have went to 4-3 at that moment in time with a very good chance to come back in this game. That's a huge round there for FaZe Clan.
Here we go. Str8 Rippen has to rattle off 4 straight if they want to steal this game number 2. Zuma with the reactive though. Can pop this payload if he's taking damage. He's gonna have that extra health to power through with the SMG. And he is just gonna escape with his life this time around. Attach draws first blood again for FaZe Clan. Ricky answers back, so it's a 3-on-3, but here comes reactive Zuma. Zuma, the lead blocker finds 2. It's all up to Study. 3 left for FaZe. This game's over.
Going in towards that A bomb site, reactive armor is such a good payload ability. We'll take a look at it again. Zuma picks up 1, pops the reactive, just kind of sits in the doorway there for a split second. Study doesn't want to challenge him because of the reactive. They group up, they come through the doorway. FaZe Clan takes that final round, wins map number 2, 6-2.
And that's the difference, man. When you look at these two squads, you see FaZe, and you know they have been in every situation possible in Call of Duty. They're never gonna let one bad game get to their head. Zuma bounces back right behind Gunless in that search and destroy. His shot was back, his plays were there. Very impressive bounce back after a terrible hardpoint. Now you have to think, from here on out, you just played your 2 worst game modes. This is FaZe's series, right?
Yeah, for FaZe, you think it's smooth sailing from here on out. You know Zuma's not going to have as bad a game as he had in map number 1. You get everybody else clicking on all cylinders, they could take this series.
Of course, in our best of 5, we're always gonna see Hardpoint. That'll be game 1 and game number 4. Search and Destroy, which you just saw, is gonna be game 2 and game 5. But coming up next, it's my favorite in Call of Duty. Don't go anywhere. When we return from this quick break, we have Uplink. It's gonna be on Frost. We'll see who's gonna take the lead. We are all tied up here on the main stage. This is our first match, winners bracket round 1. Just 16 teams remaining in the hunt for the first place in the $600,000 that come along with the title of 2017 Call of Duty World League Champion.
Yeah, tied up 1-1 in this series, and to give you guys an update on what's going on Bravo, that is infused up 2-1 here on Rise Nation, so that would be a big upset. Rise Nation looked great the other day. We were talking about how good Aqua is. That is a huge match as well. But Str8 Rippen versus FaZe Clan going into Uplink. You're going to need Temp and Dashy on the side of Str8 to show up again. And if Zuma starts playing well for FaZe Clan in the respawns, you know, he's been doing it all weekend long. But this, Uplink, he's actually the second best performer on FaZe Clan so far throughout the weekend, and Naval being the best. You expect them to take a win here.
And of course, Gunless, he's going to be your guy putting in all of those drones for the FaZe Clan. But I want to give a shout out to everyone here who is in the Amway Center, home of the Orlando Magic. We got some adults. They got their beverages, Matt, and they're getting fired up here as we go into FaZe Clan versus Str8 Rippen. Game number 3, who is going to take the Uplink. We're starting things off with Zuma and Attach. You see Attach doing the wall run, finds Stun, he wins the first fight. He's got 2 more players waiting in the middle though, as Str8 wants that drone control.
Yeah, and this is a good map draw for FaZe Clan here against Str8 Rippen, because we talked about, Ricky and Study, right? A little bit of slower players. You can't play slow on this map. This is one where FaZe can bring out the E-Rads, maybe have an able switch from an NV4 over to the K-Bar, and really just ramp up the pace and force Ricky and Study to win these gunfights.
And this is what gets scary for Str8 Rippen. You just had 4 down momentarily. FaZe is storming into your base. Dashy gets a first pick, and there is the interception. Study grabbing that one out of the sky, keeps this one an 0-0 game. But FaZe, they play so fast. So many talented SMG players on this team. If they wipe you once, expect a second wipe, because they're going to be in your face coming off that respawn.
Yeah, and you need that second wave of kills in Uplink to be able to put some points on the board, because you get that first wave, you're probably around mid-map. The choke points here on Frost are so small that when you have the other team coming off the respawn, it's really easy for one guy to pick up 2-3 kills, just mow you down as you're going through these doorways. So on this map specifically, you're going to need that second wave of kills to put points on the board.
Study trying to lead the way. Drone carrier with Dashy, but Dashy throws it down knowing he needs to get the picks first. Attach on the defensive end here from FaZe is going to survive. They're looking for the pick up top, and both teams are going to look to get on top of that sub in the middle of the map. From there, you got a head glitch. Be able to rain down fire from above with the AR, clear the way for the SMGs. And here comes the first attempt from Str8 Rippen. Temp with the drone in hand. This one is going to be snagged out of the sky. FaZe is going to clear the base. Drone is reset to the middle of the map, and FaZe should be the first team here.
Yeah, it was a few kills there from FaZe Clan. Str8 tried to force it through. Study led the way. Tim with the throw. But players just jumping in the goal for FaZe Clan blocked that one from going through. So we've seen an interception on both sides. The first one was a Naval from FaZe, and then we saw Study with an interception as well from Str8 Rippen. So now Str8 Rippen will go on offense again here. They're moving the drone up the map. Attach, though, coming through that side door, able to pick up 2. He's going to leave the drone down because it's more important here. He pushes up, tries to get some control here of sub bay.
I said you can do it with the AR. Attach is picking people at range with the E-Rad, and he is going to lose the slide battle. Ricky with the fast fingers hits the melee, and he's going to find Gunless as well. Ricky powering through 2 players. He's positive. You got Study just -1. This is what you're hoping for if you're Str8 Rippen. Temp and Dashy haven't had a chance to heat up quite yet, but if the 2 youngsters get it going, FaZe Clan could be on the back foot. They've already won the last 2 fights here for the middle of the map control. Can they make it 3 in a row?
Yeah, I mean, Ricky and Study playing well on this map is a need for Str8 Rippen. You're not going to be able to get away with not hiding them behind enemy lines. Here will be a 1-point throw attempt. Gunless knocks it down. So it'll be FaZe Clan here on the board. First, they get 3 towards mid-map, quickly get a 1-pointer on the board.
It's a small victory there for Ricky. He picks up 2 players that were attacking, and instead of a dunk, Ricky holds them to just 1 point. Str8 Rippen, after our first 3 minutes and 30 seconds, trailing by just 1 with a single possession, though they can take the lead. Need to get into FaZe's base and jump that drone into the uplink portal. Temp on your screen is going to find Gunless outgunned there. Dashy on the flank, but now you're flanking 2 players that are moving very fast from FaZe. It's Gunless working with Zuma, and this is the duo you got to be afraid of, Matt.
Yeah, and I think it'll be easy for Str8 to keep this a low-scoring game, right? You're going to play a little bit further back at the base, just allow those 1-point throws to go through. The issue is where does the offense come from? How do they coordinate a push and make something happen? That's really going to be the difficult part here for Str8 Rippen.
Gunless now flanking. His teammate Enable picking up the kills in the center of the map. Zuma's gonna find a third. That's 3 down now for Str8. Looking for player number 4. Where is he at? They spawn up down low. Gunless knows it, makes the call. I got the top watched. Let's get 2 picks and then let's go. The flank now coming in from Attach at the bottom of the map. We'll let them know that there's 2 players out of position for Str8. FaZe may try and make a fast break after these kills come in from Attach.
Gunless throws the drone down, needs to slay out in this area, make sure nobody's here for Str8, and here he goes. He's gonna fly right in, get another 1-point play for FaZe Clan, so it'll be FaZe Clan up 2-0 here. You gotta wonder, in the second half, where does the offense, where does the explosion come from for Str8 Rippen? For me, gotta be Timp or Dashy. You need one of those 2 guys. Who will be the 3rd person though? It's gotta be Ricky or Study. One of them needs to step up.
Keep your eyes on these payloads as well. That circle in the bottom right, you see Ricky is running the overdrive. That'll give him super speed. Once that circle is full, they will end the half though. FaZe up 2-0. Both of them just 1-point plays. So solid defense from Str8 Rippen in our first 5 minutes. I have a feeling though, the payloads, that's gonna be the difference maker in our final 5. Who's gonna unlock them first? Who's gonna save them for the last minute?
Camo is such a powerful ability in Uplink. It really is the most powerful ability in all game modes. I mean, when you're able to go invisible, this sounds like the simplest explanation imaginable. When you're able to go invisible, they can't shoot you. They can't shoot you, it's easy to put in points. So obviously, now you understand why Camo is such a powerful ability. I think Overdrive is, you know, it's a nice to have, right? I mean, everybody's going to run it. You may see like a fast break with the Overdrive. No, reactive is good to open up some fights, but really it's all about the Camo.
Shooting an invisible target, pretty tough. We'll see who's gonna unlock it first. Dashy on your screen, about to have the FTL jump. And he is gonna move this drone forward. Knows they have 2 defenders in position, gets the first. Second one challenged, and he's gonna lose the gunfight. Enable holds strong on D. It's only Zuma left, but a 1v1. Studies behind him, went for the wall run. Attach is gonna get picked off. And finally, it's gonna be FaZe with control of the sub bay. Zuma over 2. Str8 Rippen constantly flooding, and this drone isn't going anywhere quite yet. Both teams just looking for kills.
Well, look, this is where Str8's had success, right? They get 1 stop. It's this second wave of kills. How are they going to pick it up? You see, I like the decision here. So in the first half, we've seen Temp a lot with the drone in his hand. Now you see Study with the drone in hand. He's not able to get off a 1-point play. That'll be all 4 dead there for Str8 Rippen, as now we'll see FaZe go on offense.
Keeping your eyes on Enable. Set up top of the sub bay. He is waiting for the push from Str8. They love to flood together. Gunless, drone in hand. Needs to pull out the ERAD, and he is going to find one. Dashy can't get picked though. Enable falls, Gunless falls, Zuma falls. Attach holds strong with 2. How many times has it been the last man alive picking up doubles, making a triple, make it all 4 down for Str8?
You cannot let that happen. You're Str8 Rippen. Attach goes huge for FaZe Clan here inside of sub bay, and you know, FaZe, I mean, they don't have to do anything special here. Now, they have control of this game 2-0. I don't think they're really too worried about Str8 Rippen on the offensive end. The Str8 Rippen's offense has kind of been like a baseball team that always kind of strikes out, you know, leaves themselves with guys in scoring position. I feel like they always kind of get close, just not able to turn it into points. As now you see FaZe Clan knocking down another 1-point play here, making it a 2-possession game.
Enable gonna find 2 now. It's his turn to light up the scoreboard. And here comes at least a 1-pointer. He wants more. The players were all 4 down for Str8. That leads to the dunk and a 5-0 lead for FaZe.
This is gonna be more points as well. Enable on a 4 streak inside of the Str8 base. It'll be a pass to Zuma. Enable puts it home. Trinity rockets. And he's getting close, 50 off the bombardment. He'll use the Trinity here. See if he can pick anything up. So now he's just hovering over mid-map, so he's gonna get the bombardment here, but that actually allows his teammates to come off of the spawn, and Str8 can't get drone right away, because they know they go out and try and get drone, they're going to get blown up by the Trinity rocket, so smart play there from Enable.
FaZe has found their stride, Matt. They are back to the form we expected in game number 1. Attach +4, Enable +2, +3 from Zuma, and Gunless, I feel like the only reason he's negative, he's that guy who's gonna go out, sacrifice himself as he goes for the 1-point plays. Already has 3 of the 1-point tosses, Enable with back-to-back dunks after the passes came through. Study though, working with Ricky. The veterans both negative on their end for Str8 Rippen. If they catch red hot, you got Dashy continue playing the way he can, and Temp focuses on this drone. Str8, they could pull something off, but they're running out of time. 1 minute and 15 seconds left.
I mean, really, this has been a game that has been all FaZe Clan, obviously in terms of score, but Str8 Rippen, we haven't seen them get a lot of map control. They haven't really gotten a lot of good offensive touches with the drone. It's been a fantastic performance from FaZe Clan here in Uplink, and you expected them to be a fantastic Uplink team when this team formed, right? I mean, Gunless is such a superstar player in the game mode with active camo, one of the best with that payload ability. They were very good at Uplink with Clay as well, so you expected this to happen. The overdrive comes in for Attach, another 2-point play. As this game is a wrap, Enable played great here for FaZe. 29 and 22, currently on a 6 streak. You see Zuma starting to pick up some kills.
Just a 7 streak from Enable as well, we should point out. Not a bad game, as he is now +7, 30 kills, the first one to reach that number in the lobby. And here comes the Trinity Rockets. FaZe calling him down. Gunless, he's still got a camo. Matt, I got a dollar saying we're gonna see double digits.
It'll be the camo, comes in from Gunless. It's getting close to running out, but not enough time for Str8 Rippen to spot it. With that 2-point play, I mean, this one's been over for a little bit. It'll be FaZe Clan winning 11-0, blowing out Str8 Rippen in game number 3.
We got some FaZe fans in the venue putting their hands together here. FaZe now 1 game away from advancing to winners bracket round 2. Remember, the loser, they're not out. This is a double elimination tournament, but that is not the way you want this series to go after Str8 crushes game number 1. This is back-to-back losses, and this one wasn't pretty.
Yeah, it's a big win there for FaZe. They go into the Hardpoint with a very good chance to close it out. Look, you get Zuma playing better than he played in game number 1. That's going to happen for FaZe Clan. It's just that third guy now. I mean, you have Temp, you have Dashy. Who will be that third guy on Str8 Rippen that steps up?
And also, you kind of saw the difference. Each level requires different equipment. You saw Temp with the NV4, map number 1, crushing through people. No one can touch him. You force him to run around with the SMG, he's getting outgunned even when he's not the first one into action. This is Attach's quad kill here. Enable at the end, picking up a double on his 7th spree, and of course, the score after score in the final 2 minutes. It was all FaZe. Gunless got one, Attach got one, Enable got multiple. One-sided affair when it comes to Uplink, but we're going back to Hardpoint next, and the map is gonna be Throwback. So for me, rinse the scoreboard. Fresh series if you're Str8 Rippen. How do you beat FaZe Clan in another Hardpoint?
Well, it's going to be tough. I mean, Throwback is a close quarter map, kind of a lot like what we just saw with Frost. So you're going to see more E-Rats. You get Zuma and Attach just pushing up the map. Gunless with a K-bar. No, I think Temp will be fine. I think you'll see Temp, he's so good with every weapon. Doesn't really matter what he uses. I think this one's really on Dashy. I think you need Dashy to come up big here for Str8 Rippen. You need him to match that SMG firepower that Attach and Zuma are going to bring. If he can do that, we can definitely see a game 5 in this series.
And we've seen Ricky in the past. He's happy to sit back on the hill. He'll be that man that's just tough to kill, giving your team the good spawns. He's got to stay consistent on the slang. He had a pretty decent game 1. He had a strong game number 2, search and destroy. Keep your eyes on Big Rick. What's he bringing to the table? This is winners bracket round 1. FaZe Clan up 2-1 in our best of 5. The winner will move on to play against the winner between Rise Station and Infused. And if you're over on our Bravo stream, you will know it is just a 5-point game with 20 points to go. Infused with the lead. They could knock Rise to the loser's bracket in that match right here.
Yeah, and that is one where Rise was up, I believe. They had like 200-something points, and there was like 180 on the side of Infused, and Infused has come all the way back. But no, Rise Nation, they will not go quickly. And I think this is awesome to have the 2 stages, right? Because, the winner of the side on the bottom will actually play, whoever wins that series up top. So you see all 4 teams kind of in that lump of the bracket going at it now.
Shout out to everybody involved on the production side, getting this one through. Of course, we had some audio trolls eating up the wires this morning, but we got it sorted. We're ready to roll here in Orlando. Game number 4 coming your way right now. You see Zuma, he's seeing the map loading in. They're getting ready to go, Matt. FaZe Clan on match point. Do they finish here? And if so, by what score? How big of a margin are you expecting?
I think they do finish it here. Throwback Hardpoint is one that FaZe Clan has not lost with this roster. I know only 3 games they've competed with this roster, but Now you expect Throwback to be a very close game, go down to the wire. And you can hear the crowd getting hyped. It is actually 247 in favor of Infuse. So Infuse with a big upset there, able to take out Rise Nation 3-1. So the winner of Str8 versus FaZe Clan will go on. I believe, yes, they will play Infuse there. That is a big upset in round number 1.
Massive bracket buster there. We'll let the analyst desk break it all down a little bit later. For now, let's jump right back into this one. This is your Alpha Channel match. FaZe, of course, the heavy favorite. Str8 Rippen, a team that had to play through the last chance qualifier, banking those pro points all year round to have this opportunity. Can they force it to a Game 5 search? You got to have another hot start, and that's exactly what they got. Temp, he doesn't get the kills. It's Ricky, the vet, working with Dashy as they have early control.
And I thought Str8 was the most dangerous team coming out of the LCQ. I mean, when you have two players as talented as Temp and Dashy, like on the day, if they show up, they play well, they can really contend with anybody. It'll be, 10 points exchange from either team here. FaZe Clan will get inside the hill, so they'll start to rack up some time. It's really about this second hard point, though, the barn hill that'll come up. Whoever controls that can usually take a chunk of time there, build an early lead.
And of course the barn, that's where player number 2 just spawned up on your mini map. That is going to be our second hill. FaZe. They're controlling the spawns early. They're going to give up any time in the middle of the map to make sure they're going to be here for the next 60 seconds. Str8, they all have to hit at once because you have FaZe pre-aiming every angle. And here comes the push. All 3 players searching forward, and 3 make it 4 dead in the feed. Enable with the triple.
And Enable getting off to a great start, 8-3, currently on a 3 streak. See though, the pressure coming towards Gunless on the top side. Ricky takes him out from range, so now the pinch can be set up here from Str8 Rippen, but because of FaZe sitting all the way in the back, the spawns are gonna come in their favor. They're gonna be able to flood right into barn. We talked about it, you hold barn, you're able to build a big lead. You've seen FaZe Clan do it. Str8 Rippen has not gotten a point so far on this hill.
13 points to go here. Finally, Str8's gonna break in, but how long will Study survive? Those are 2 big ones. On a 3 streak, working on the Trinity Rockets. He could even juggle the hill if his teammate falls. Instead, it looks like everyone is gonna be fighting across the map. They know where this new one's gonna be, and Dashy, he wins a big fight with the help of Temp. They pick up 3 kills, they're in control. Can Str8 mount the comeback right here? FaZe is gonna be setting up and trying to push with a 2-2 split.
You can do it. We've seen big comebacks happen on Throwback. They start here on Bike Path. You take some time here, you control the spawns for baseball, and you're in a good spot. Tim picks up 2 there with the NV4. He's gonna go back inside of the hill, but really, it's gonna be Str8. They're going to have to push through this hard point all the way towards that back bus area and get control of baseball, the next hill that's going to come up.
Now, Study's performance back in the barn earned him a scare, but Matt, what we're really looking forward to is seeing who is going to get the Trinity Rockets, who's going to get the bombardment, because that baseball hill, you're out in the open, that's where you can get your opponent picked off. Same thing can be said as we rotate to the middle of the map a little bit later on. Study on your screen, currently sitting at 6-8. No one from Str8 Rippen is able to slay well, and that's a bit of a shocker for me, especially to see Dashy at 6-10, Temp negative at 7-8.
But Str8 does have control of baseball here at the start. They have 3 players coming on towards it. Attached though, he picks up 1, able to stay alive. You see Gunless picking up a kill as well. It should be FaZe to be able to get right back in here. Your FaZe, just don't let them get control of it. You're totally okay with a lot of this time going contested or really to neither side, but it'll be FaZe Clan though winning a series of engagements here. They will get control of baseball, and this is looking like a blowout.
That was the worst part. You're Str8 Rippen. You have the ideal spawns. You're not getting the kills. Everyone falling in that last team fight. Gunless has been incredible getting some opening picks, but it's Enable, the captain, 14-8, leading the way for the team. A little bit of a flip from our first hard point on retaliation. Everyone's starting to roll now for FaZe. Look at your scoreboard, tripling up on Str8 Rippen's score as we go back to the center of the map. The first rotation is done. FaZe, they are halfway to victory.
I mean, it's really just all about Zuma here. I mean, when Zuma plays like how we know he can play, this is the scores you're going to see. I mean, in game number 1, he was the worst he's been. Definitely something wrong in game number 1 that is definitely not like how Zuma plays. And you see it here. I mean, the difference, obviously, with somebody going like 4-22 to turn things around to 14-11, it's a massive difference here for FaZe Clan. They have built a more than 100-point lead here against Str8 Rippen.
Gunwa's gonna try and break straight setup, doesn't finish the kill on Dashy. Temp saving his teammate's life, and Temp is gonna find 2 here on a 3 streak. Gonna be thinking about these Trinity Rockets, and he's not able to pick up the kill. Zuma gets the best of him there, so still nothing going in Str8's favor quite yet. They need a moment, they need a big play to just turn this around. And every single time you think someone's getting close, they're getting shut down. Gunless in your feed, Attach is set up for the barn. We're rotating now. It's FaZe Clan with the ideal spawns once again. Is Str8 gonna be able to break it this time? Because last time, FaZe, they rattled off 45 unanswered points on this hard point.
Well, you like Str8 when they're set up over by these hills, but the issue is just breaking in. This time, Study with 1, Tim gets another. But Enable comes in the backside of the hard point, takes out 2. So even when it looks like they're going to break, Ricky's able to get 1. They should be able to hold on for some time here. So Str8 finally gets a break.
They broke, baby.
But still, I mean, they have not been great breaking into the hard points. A lot like their offense on Uplink. When they have to be the aggressors, that is when they're going to struggle.
And Attach is gonna come through, beats down Temp, finishes off Study. FaZe Clan milking the last 20 seconds. It looks like Str8 is gonna battle one more time. You see a few players starting to set up for the bike path.
They have to fight this. I mean, you can't give up the last 20 or so seconds when you're down 187 to 57. I mean, you can play for bike path, great. I mean, even if you take 30, 40 seconds here, I mean, you're still going to be down by more than 100. So it's a very difficult situation for Str8 Rippen to fight out of here. So you see Dashy picks up 1 with an 8, trying to go in towards back bowling, going to be able to take out Enable as well. So maybe you can get the spawns here. If you're Dashy and Str8 Rippen, you control some of bike path, then maybe you're able to come back in this game. It's going to be very, very tough.
And that was a big play from Dashy, right? He gets the first gunfight, using the grenades, actually taking down Attach, and then Enable, he's caught with his pants down. Scare about, Dashy hits the shots, but is it going to matter? So far, bike path has been in Str8's control. They're closing in on 100 points, but they're still down more than 100. FaZe only needs 55 more to seal the deal on this match.
But if you're FaZe, I mean, you don't have to challenge this. I mean, you're up by so much. You just hold on to baseball, and you're good. I mean, even if you take a half of that time, I mean, you're sitting at only 15, 20 points away from winning the game. I mean, you'll pick that up on garbage time through the rest of these hills. So you see it'll be Str8 Rippen in control of baseball here at the beginning. Can they get a hold, though? That is really the key. I mean, if they take a full 60 here, maybe it's a little bit more manageable, but still they're going to find themselves down by a lot.
Camo's popped and it's shut down. Study with a huge play. 3 straight kills here from Str8 Rippen. They're over 100. They're still scoring. FaZe on that last hill only got 10 points. Str8 Rippen mounting the comeback. They have the ideal spawns. Gauntlet shut down. Zuma's gonna fall. Attach has to wait for a teammate. Str8 was knocked out of the hill. Neither team scoring here quite yet.
It'll be FaZe Clan. They get control though, Chris. And Enable in the back here with the NV4. He's just gonna watch this left lane. And this is time where Str8 needs it desperately. They cannot let FaZe Clan get within 15 seconds closing this game out, which is just about what they'll do. It'll be 2 kills for Gunless. He's quickly taken out by Study as Str8 Rippen will take the last 5 or so seconds here. They needed that full 60 though, and they didn't get it.
Gunless with a nasty triple just when you think Str8 is gonna break. Another hero play from FaZe Clan. 31 points away. Str8 still scoring in the middle of the map. They have to win the fight for Barn, and that's exactly what Dashy knows is going down. FaZe has been set up first the last 2 times. Reactive is here for Study on the next break. Neither team really worried about scoring in the center. They know this next hill is more important.
Yeah, if you're Str8, it's very difficult because you need this time, but you also need Barns. So they get those barn side spawns, and now they need to work their way back towards this center hardpoint because FaZe Clan's just taking a ton of free time here as 18 seconds left on the clock. They could very well win it here in the center hardpoint.
I think they can't now. Now that the player's gone, definitely cannot win on this hill. You have to win it on Barn if you're FaZe. Str8 needs to play perfect if they want to go to a game 5, but this is looking like a FaZe map. You have 2 players set up at Barn right now. Study in the window is going to try and slow down the FaZe push, keep them split up. separate the spawns, kill them 2-3 seconds apart. Don't let FaZe get together and let them push all at once. Here comes Zuma though, tries to make the hero play. It's Dashy. Attached now with Gunwist. There's the pinch. That's what they needed. 7 seconds away is FaZe. The big fight going down. It's Study and Temp in the feed. Str8 Rippen holding on by the skin of their teeth, but how long can they do this?
Yeah, Zuma slides in. Huge distraction there for FaZe Clan. His teammates come in, pick up the kills, but it's a reactive armor of Study, able to swing it back in Str8 Rippen's favor. And you see on the minimap, looks like FaZe Clan setting up for one good break attempt here. It'll be Enable picking up one. Here comes Attach with the FTL. He's going to be able to take out Tim. Can they take the remainder of this time? And one more kill for Zuma.
2,
that will
1,
do it.
Done. Keep it rolling here in the venue for the FaZe Clan. They stumbled in game number 1, but they found their footing, and Crusher Search and Destroy didn't look back.